at the San Nicolas Hotel. It is really great to be with you. This is the morning briefing live. We're going to be making our way up to Tijuana and crossing into the United States here in a couple of hours. So I wanted to get you all the very, very latest. Don't forget, hit that like button, share these videos. Make sure you subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel and tick that rotten, filthy, stinky bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Beautiful morning here at the San Nicolas Hotel. It's a little bit overcast, but it is an absolutely gorgeous day. We want to send our thoughts and prayers out to the family of the young boy, 16-year-old boy, who was lost. He was swimming down there near Estero Beach in Mexico, and he got washed out to sea on Monday. We met his mother and father yesterday. It was a punch in the gut. It really, truly was. And there's not a thing we could do other than pray. And I asked the mom and the dad if there was anything we could do, we'd definitely do it. And they just asked for thoughts and prayers. So I just wanted to start out. It was a somber note. We went over there to do some fishing, and it was really a very sad time for us. So again, thoughts and prayers are with those people. Down here in Ensenada, let's talk about the fishing. There's been occasional yellowtail here and there, occasional barracuda. There's some really excellent fishing in terms of rockfish, more sand bass, more calico bass. We've been seeing a lot of that, but still mostly rockfish for the most part. Hey, Southern Halley says, buenos dias, mi amigo Phil. Buenos dias, my friend Tim Marquez. Hey, Phil, getting ready to head home from Aruba. Tim, that was some great content you sent my way. By the way, Tim Marquez, the tax man in Aruba, sent me some content. I'll be sharing that with you this weekend. Some great fishing opportunities at affordable prices in Aruba. Thanks to the tax man, I'll be able to share that all with you. And Tim, yeah, Ensenada was fantastic. Robert Graber is with us saying buenos dias to all of you, Anthony, and everybody here. So really, really a beautiful time here in Ensenada. Appreciate you guys all joining us here this morning. Let's talk about bluefin tuna because it is really hit and miss, and it is mostly miss. It's very tough fishing right now on the bluefin tuna. We've seen some guys have had a little bit of a go around on the fish like the Polaris Supreme, but most guys have had very poor and slow fishing. Is it the full moon? Is it a lack of fish? We're going to get all those questions answered as we move through, but predictably, with great assurity, we have seen this happen before on the full moon, and it happened again now. We'll see if we come out of this, out of the full moon, and they bite again full speed. If that's the case, then we'll know exactly what's going on. Jaime Torres, who comes down to Ensenada all the time. Good morning, my friend. It is so good to have you with us here at the San Nicolas Hotel in Ensenada, Baja California. Incidentally, normally when we come down here, we meet up with my co-host Paulina, but our schedules were so crazy that we didn't get to meet up with my lovely co-host Paulina, and we're all crying here. I mean, we had to suffer through great food, meeting wonderful people, some great adventures, and so much more without Paulina. I don't know. I think I might break into tears right now. Actually, she's headed down to the Bay of LA. We wish her the best of luck. She's going to be in a fishing tournament. Paulina, if you're listening, we really did miss you. We really, really did. In fact, she's made several posts trying to lay a guilt trip on me, and it's not working at all, one bit. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's see. Salty Ride. Good morning, Phil and the Friedman Adventures family. So nice of you to join us here live from Ensenada. So that bluefin tuna bite for the San Diego-based boats, LA Orange County-based boats, whether it's the northern area up there west of the west end of Clemente or a new southern area that developed, has been pretty slow. Now, Jeff Lingle, I talked to him early this morning, like at 3 a.m. He ended up with 4 fish. He's on a yacht. So 4 fish is a good hit for him, especially the grade of fish. He had a fish that was 150, 175. He had some nice grade fish. He had a 65-pound fish on the kite in the daytime. He had plenty of fish for his passengers. I think he had 4 people on board. But overall, it has been pretty darn tough. Not pretty tough. It's been very, very tough. And we're waiting to come out of this. Hopefully it's going to happen here very, very soon. How about a 71-pound white sea bass on board the Aloha Spirit? What a catch out of Cisco Sport Fishing in Oxnard. fantastic fishing up there for both halibut and white sea bass on most days. The Endeavor was out, and our dear friend Eddie Berrigan, along with his daughter Bella, who is our, of course, model for our Friedman Adventures merchandise, they were out on board the Endeavor, and the current was not moving in the right way. It was a tough day. I think they ended up with 3 white sea bass, which is pretty unheard of this year on the Endeavor. They've been slamming the fish on a regular basis. They had quite a bit of halibut, and then Tucker McCombs pushing it till the very end, tried to get that sea bass to bite. Didn't happen, so he pushed it and got everybody some really great rockfish, no doubt about it. So there you have it. KJ says, I have no idea what happened. That makes 2 of us, KJ. We have no idea what happened either. So once again, really consistent, good fishing on the sea bass, but there has been a lull. Mirage has had great fishing. Several other guys have had really great fishing up there, but there was that little lull. I think it's temporary. We'll see what happens. Doug Tilk says, sounds like someone is afraid to continue the claw game wars. Yeah, it must be Paulina, because I'm leading that, Doug. I'm in the lead on that right now. So, yeah, maybe. Yeah, we definitely missed out on that, Anthony. We definitely missed out on doing that. So Bluefin kind of slow. Coronado Islands, guys that are there are anchoring up for the most part. They're picking a few barracuda, a few yellowtail, like maybe 4 or 5 yellows on the good days right now. There's some decent calico bass fishing at times. Really good white fishing going on up there in that area. So we'll continue to watch that very, very closely. KJ says, it's good seeing you this morning. I hope you have a beautiful day. The best of luck tomorrow on the Island Spirit. That's right. KJ will be on the Island Spirit tomorrow, Friday, and you can join them by going to 805-676-3474 or go to VenturaSportfishing.com. The El Patron, if you go on the Friedman Adventures Facebook page, you'll see their definite go days. They have several days that are definite goes, or you can just visit their website, www.longbeachsportfishing.org. You can visit there and book a trip with the El Patron. They've been fishing Catalina Island for mixed bag stuff and doing really, really well there. So nothing wrong with that. Jaime Torres says, don't forget to eat at, why can't I see that? At Mariscos Yippies, I think it is, at the end of the boulevard, Costero, and try the Pulpo Enamorada. Hey, we're going to maybe do that this morning. I'm not sure. We're on a little bit of a schedule here, so we'll see. Tim Marquez in Aruba right now saying thank you to Robert Graber. So all good stuff. Channel Island's still good. Catalina, you heard what's going on there. I saw that the Thunderbird early this morning was catching white sea bass. LA Orange County-based boats are on that sea bass and halibut. Some days it's very, very good. Other days it's a little scratchy. We head into a weekend. You get presumably a lot of boat pressure. Sometimes that'll push the bite down. That's why here at Friedman Adventures, most of the time when we schedule a charter, we get away from the weekends. We like that lighter boat pressure. It really makes a difference. I know you got to take a couple days off work, but we have found over the past 10 decades, I'm not that old, that you get away from that boat pressure, you have a better chance, a bigger slice of the pie. Along the coast, there's some pretty good bass fishing going on from San Diego all the way up to the Channel Islands, calico sand bass. We're seeing a lot of that. That's been going really, really well. Mix of sand and calico bass. Boats out of the LA Orange County landings, San Pedro, Long Beach, areas like that are doing pretty good. May not be wide open, but it's pretty darn decent right now. And hopefully that's going to continue. Lighter line, a good hot bait makes all the difference in the world. Robert Graber telling us that I think Marina Del Rey and Redondo both had some sardine in their bait. So we have a mix of sardine and chovy. Some guys have straight chovy, but we're starting to see a little bit more sardine. We'll see if that's a trend or just anomaly here as we go along. So once again, good bass fishing, a little bit of barracuda in there. I would definitely bring a surface iron to fish that, like a good tatty lure. 45 works fine on barracuda. Also, even a heavier jig, sometimes you get down a little bit deeper in the water column, you can do pretty darn good by doing that. Let's see, when will we see a Friedman Adventures trip? This is Southern Halley. San Diego Fish and Sips Charter collaboration. I think that would be great, and I couldn't agree more. We would love to do that with Mikey. You may be the impetus that makes that happen, Southern Halley. We'll reach out to Mikey. I know that Anthony here's a big fan of Mikey, as are we here at Friedman Adventures. So that is something we definitely might have to do. No doubt about that. All right, let's see. Long range. The Independence is busted a move after a couple days of outstanding yellowtail action. They're going to go looking for yellowfin tuna. They should be on that this morning, so we'll see how they do. They've had extraordinarily great yellowtail action on big grade yellowtail. You know, a lot of 20 to 40 pound yellows, and sometimes up to as big as 60 plus pounds. They catch some really, really good stuff. Jeff Lingle says he loves Mikey from San Diego Fish and Sibs. Jeff, good to see you. Thanks again for the info that you gave me in La Madrugada in the early morning hours of today. Appreciate that. Glad you got a piece of that bluefin. Pretty tough. And the weather, Jeff said, as I remember, was like 12 to 15 knots of breeze. So that has been the weather in offshore for that bite. We'll keep our eyes on that very, very closely. In the Southern California surf, we've got to mention to you that June the 21st, Anthony and I will be waiting with open arms down there on the corner of Anderson Street and Pacific Coast Highway. That's a Saturday morning, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. The tide is absolutely perfect, and the fish are biting. There's more yellowfin croaker, more spotfin croaker, some good barb perch fishing, and a lot of corbina, as well as some halibut moving in. Tonight's another grunion run, so it's getting things really more active on the beach, and we're seeing that warm water, and that warm water really helps to make things happen for each and every one of you. So we'll keep our eyes on that, but the surf fishing bite, spectacular day. You'll get to fish with the Friedman Adventure family members, and there's a lot of good people in this family. You're going to enjoy it. Tonight, 7 p.m., we drop part 3 of our great reverse 2.5-day trip on board the Apollo. This time, you're going to see some incredible halibut action at San Nicolas Island. It was fantastic, and we'll bring you along for the ride on that great fishing. So really, really good stuff. Plus, you get to meet Captain Ryan Block, and you'll get to see us say goodbye to all the passengers who are on board that very special trip. Great halibut action tonight, 7 p.m. only on the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Southern Hallie says hit that like button. He reminds me to do that. Big Fish Bait and Tackle on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway has everything you'll need for a great surf fishing adventure, so make sure you check them out. Down there on Bolsa Chica, Wayne Shimabokoro has had some really good fishing on a mix of fish. All the stuff I mentioned, corbina, yellowfin croaker, spotfin croaker, barb perch. He's been catching a lot of that, so that is really good stuff. How's the weather down that way? Ask Nelson D. Overcast, no wind down here. It's really, really nice, kind of comfortable. And by the afternoon, things start to really warm up, and it's beautiful, man. It's a gorgeous day here in beautiful Ensenada, Baja California at the San Nicolas Hotel. We're enjoying it thoroughly. So much better surf fishing going on. All right, am I forgetting anything? I got long range. I got the islands. I got that big 70-pound white sea bass. The Island Spirit. Don't let me forget Daniel Hadaway on the weekdays has been focusing his attention a lot on trying to get a sea bass or a halibut or some calico bass, maybe a barracuda or a yellowtail, and then falling back on the rockfish. I assume he's going to do something just like that on Friday's trip with Mag 12 Swim Baits and KJ. You're definitely going to want to call the landing. I think they have an early departure time. You can get all that information at 805-676-3474, VenturaSportfishing.com. Kids, fish free on Sundays. Tonight, 7 p.m., halibut fishing at San Nicolas Island. You are going to love it. Some fish to 30 pounds. And also, on the 21st of June, Saturday, we'll be down there looking for you all at Anderson Street and Pacific Coast Highway. We definitely want to do that. Jeff Lingle asks, is Scott with you? I don't know how to answer that, Jeff. The answer is physically no, but definitely in terms of FaceTime, let's put it this way. I FaceTime with Scott and Anthony also way more than I do with my wife. So we've been talking to Scott, you know, in a 23-hour day or 24-hour day, 23 hours, something like that. So in spirit, Scott is definitely with us. Hey, everybody, have a great one. Always good to spend time with you. Thank you so much. We're going to start heading up and driving up to the border, make the crossing, and then I'll be standing on the beach in Surfside, California tomorrow morning, bringing you the morning briefing. Looking forward to that. Thanks again from the San Nicolas Hotel in beautiful Ensenada, Baja California. Have a great one, and I hope to see you really, really soon.